And ladies and gentlemen, that's how you end up in Startup Panic, the newest game published by tinyBuild and developed by Algo Rock. Big thank you to them for sending us this game to check out for you today. Startup Panic is a business simulator that puts you through the paces of starting your own company and watching it blossom or wither away by all the choices you make. The game's full of fun throwback references to when computers were still new on the market, with one of the most prevalent being the talking paperclip, which some people would know as the virtual assistant before Cortana. The game gives you a way to fail early if you take a job at Big Company Inc. shortly after you quit your first one. I tried to do this thinking that I could work the job and the startup at the same time, but Startup Panic was able to show me the reality of the situation in this failure. The tutorial can be really helpful sometimes, but it tends to verge on being intrusive as you're trying to explore the game and just see what it has to offer. As you're growing your startup, you will have to take on contract work to make extra money, such as helping design websites or t-shirts. Algo Rock implements the use of slider bars to help you decide what part of the project to focus on most. The three areas are tech, usability, or aesthetic. Get the balance of those three areas wrong and you might fail the job, which will affect you and your team's motivation. At the same time, get it right and you will be rewarded for it. But if your low motivation is plaguing you and your team, it will make each job after that harder and harder to complete. Thankfully, there's a pretty easy way to get you and your team's motivations back up. This game focuses a lot on self-care, which is an interesting aspect, and the best way to do that through here is to take your team on a group vacation. Now, let's not forget the baddies of the game. These guys are presented as your competitors. They're always watching you, and it's up to you to get the customers away from them and show them how small businesses can still win even against all odds. And of course, the game also provides way for you to gain the advantage on these large businesses. And what's the best way to do that? Well, through the game's interactive sabotage menu, of course. You're also going to need to respond to real-time events in the world, such as people bashing your platform online via blogs, competitors launching smear campaigns or offering better benefits for their jobs. And of course, you will suffer the consequences if you choose the wrong direction for these events. Other stuff that might happen is your employees will be kidnapped. Interns will ask for jobs. Charities want your donation. And the worst of all, hackers, which will attack your system and lower the scores, costing you time and money. The skill tree for your company is huge, covering 4 different areas and requiring specific skills from you and your employees and a whole lot of resources to be able to evolve and keep up with the competition. As your company grows and hires more employees, the office will need to grow too. There are 4 offices to upgrade to once you outgrow your apartment, and a bunch of customization options like computers, coffee makers, and air conditioners that help you to boost productivity and your motivation scores within the business. However, beware of upgrading too quickly, as all of these require money to maintain, and that eats into your budget every month, and it may end up putting you in the hole and costing you your business. Big thank you again to tinyBuild and Algo Rocks for providing us with this game. I had a ton of fun playing it, and I hope that you will as well. Don't forget to drop a like or hit that subscribe button to see more of our content. And while you're here, be sure to check out one of our other videos. We suggest this one over here underneath the red arrow. Startup Panic is available December 3rd, 2020 via the Epic Game Store, Apple iOS, or Android. So be sure to swing by and check it out. And until next time, we'll see you then.